Hi, Suzy Rhoades with PassMasters, here with some students' questions of the week. I'm going to cover law that you can expect to find on a NASA exam. Series 63, Series 65, and Series 66. Let's check them out. Investment bankers are broker-dealers who specialize in taking the company public. Is an investment banker the same as an underwriter? Yes. Investment banking firms take companies public. We also call them underwriters. They're also referred to sometimes as book runners. In the Birkenstock IPO, Goldman Sachs & Co., LLC, JP Morgan, and Morgan Stanley were joint lead book running managers for the IPO. There were lots of other underwriters involved in the Birkenstock IPO as well, but they were the ones that were in charge of it all. "80% of the company revenues, 80% of the company proceeds. What is the difference between the words revenues and proceeds?" This is a question about SEC Rule 147. This is a rule that allows for an intra-state, in one state only, offering to be an exempt security under federal law. So revenues have to do with the sales of that business. So at least 80% of the revenues are derived from within that state. Another qualifying factor would be 80% of the company proceeds. So these are the proceeds from the IPO are going to be used in that state. So a little bit about SEC Rule 147. Garrett is selling stock in the employer to employees through an employee benefit plan. He is paid a commission for these sales. He does not need to be an agent, must register as an agent of the issuer, must register as an agent of a broker-dealer, or must register as an investment advisor representative. The student's question: what part of the question should have told me that it's an agent of the issuer? Agent of both receive a commission. Yes. All right, so let's talk about this. An agent can be an agent of a broker-dealer or an agent of the issuer. No matter what the individual sells for a broker-dealer, they must register as an agent of the broker-dealer. Now, nothing in this question said broker-dealer. So Garrett is selling securities for the issuer. When an individual sells securities for the issuer, they may or may not have to register as an agent of the issuer. If they're selling a non-exempt security, then they must register as an agent of the issuer. If they're selling an exempt security or through an exempt transaction, they need not register as an agent of the issuer unless they make a commission. So here we have Garrett making a commission. So agents of broker-dealers make commissions too. But when you see an individual making a commission for an entity other than a broker-dealer, that's always going to make that individual required to be registered as an agent of the issuer. So how did they know it was of the issuer? Well, nowhere in the question did it say broker-dealer. So they're trying as best as they can. Garrett is selling stock in the employer to employees through an employee benefit plan. Paid a commission, ding, 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 must register as an agent of the issuer. That's a good one. Any security given or delivered with or as a bonus on account of any purchase of securities or any other thing is considered to constitute part of the subject of the purchase and to have been offered and sold for value, an offer only, a sale only, exempt from state securities regulations. Student's question: why is it not a sale only? The correct answer is offered and sold for value. This is a definition question. It's one of those things you just have to memorize. So state securities law, the Uniform Securities Act, says that when a security is given or delivered with or as a bonus on account of any purchase of securities or any other thing. You buy a Tesla and you get free shares of Tesla. Those free shares of Tesla stock are considered to involve both an offer and a sale. They have been offered and sold for value. You bought a GE fridge and got shares of GE. Those shares of GE were offered and sold for value. So definition type of question, definitely expected on your test. I always thought you couldn't trade options without a signed document. Okay, I kind of don't disagree with that, but how does it work? Option accounts do have a signed document. That's true, but the way that the rules work is that within 15 days of when a client is approved for options trading, the broker-dealer must obtain from the customer a written agreement that states that the customer is aware of and agrees to be bound by FINRA rules applicable to options trading. So the customer's approved for options trading, they can trade right away. They just can't trade past the 15 days of approval of the account without returning the signed options agreement. They would only be permitted, if they didn't return the agreement, to close out existing positions. That's it for this week's student questions. If you have any questions yourself, just ask me in the comments below. I will be happy to help. Thank you so much for watching. Be sure to give this video a thumbs up, subscribe to our channel, and turn those notifications on. Keep up the good work. Happy studies. Study, study, study. Pass!